Greetings from MRH Gifty Services. We live in the set doing the heavy bag. As you can see here, full documentary. This will be the archaeological excavation of the bag. Totally tubular. It's the Mike Kirby show. We showed you guys some of the different aspects we uploaded. We're not doing the weight shaving thing. Bag is busted here on top. It's busted here on the bottom. It's about 1/4 inch to an inch of this filling, stuffing stuff to get to an actual weight, but it did bust out here. Here's busted out in the weight you can see here. Here's about 1/4 inch to an inch to actually get to it. So we went ahead and stopped. I wanted to do the archaeological excavation. We'll be emptying out the bag, sand, weights, and all this type of stuffing stuff. Roughly around 400 pounds, where we're just getting it done and making it happen. So we definitely want to call back. I know she's going through a hard time right now, and pick her up and uplift her through the archaeological excavation that we doing live here. Totally tubular. It's the Mike Henry show. Written author, owned, arranged from MRH of MRH Gifty Services. You know how we do. MC name artist Rashid. So we're gonna send babe one of them live emails. One of them what's up, babes? What you doing, whatever. Told you come through. You couldn't come through. Try and miss the live archaeological excavation. We going through it right now. Let's see what we hear right here on this. Yeah, so it's the September 12th. It's the September 12th hookup, and making it happen live on the archaeological excavation. Go ahead and send it to her. What's up, bag? What's up, shorty? What you doing, girl? Told you come through. You know how we be doing, so we go ahead and send it. Yeah. Got that live in the set. So, showing you here where we busted through the bag. That's where we don't want no weight shaving happening. The weight is actually right here. And here at the bottom, we had about 1 inch to 1/4 inch to go before we could get to it. So if you can't see the top part, cool. Get a little lift in. Right here, you can see where it tore through. It's about 425 pounds. We added some extra weight. We'll go ahead and set the bag up because we got to empty it out. And after we empty it out, you get to see the full archaeological excavation of the heavy bag that we normally lift for 3-4 hours a week. Or you get the hour shot at a time, or 15-20 minutes here, 40 minutes here, hour there. So we're going to take you through archaeological excavation of the heavy bag. These are filled with sandbags inside. We put these off to the side, right here in the front. And these are about 5.5 pounds a piece. Solid weight fillers. that concludes the full archaeological excavation of the waves. All this stuffy stuff you see here, put that off to the side, count up the bags. Got about, let's see here, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. What's it? 7.5 a piece. So that's 15 and 15. This is 30. So 30 plus 60, that's 90. Those are tens, 100, 110, 120. Then let's see what we got here. 25. This is 100. 150. 25. 100. 125. So that's 275. Plus about 120, 325, so roughly 345. Add this stuff in, so probably about 10 pounds, 355, 365. So we'll go over it again. 25. 25. Oh. 25. 50. 25, 50, 100. 125. 50. 175. 50. 200. 275. 85, 95, 300. 30. This is 60. This is 15, 15, 30. Then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 60 plus 30 is 90. So, when you get the cumulative, add the 5.5 extras, it all adds up. So we right around 400 plus pounds. All the sand and dust and stuff is accumulated. So, 25, 50, 75, 100, 25, 25, 150, 175, 200, 225, 250, 275, 285, 295, 305. So at 305, right here, these are 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. So two of these together is 15, 15, it's 30. It's 335. 305 plus 30, 335. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's 335 plus 20, that's 355. 5, 10, 15, 20. Then that's 75. And then 5, 10, and that's 385. Now all those, of course, are 0.5. So it's about 5.5 pounds. So 60 ounces in a pound. 1, 2, 3 is 15 ounces. Give or take some of this, and you got a pound. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 16 ounces. Take some of this, you got a pound. 1, 2, 3, 4, you got a pound. So that's 390. The rest of this stuff is about 7, 8 pounds. All this stuffing and stuff. So that puts us right around 400. 400 plus pounds. As you very well know, if I'm right, I think those, let's see here, 5.5, they might be 10 pounds a piece. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, but again, roughly 400 pounds, 420 pounds, getting into this type of stuff. You have a lot of this stuff in here, and this type of weight really adds up. So we don't got nothing to really weigh that with when we bag it up, but it comes out to roughly about, 5 to 10 pounds. So again, staying right around the 400 pound barrier or marker is where we're at. This completes the full excavation as far as just getting the weights out of the actual bag. So you guys can see where it tore through, so we ain't shaving no weights. So if the weights start shaving, we start missing threadish type of weight, like this type of weight, threaded off on the sides of the weights here. You become incrementally inaccurate. So we give you enough leeway with the sandbags. Give you the 0.5 aspect, rounds up with all of this good stuff, all the stuffing that separates the weights, to keep us right around 400 pounds. And why I do that kind of offsets trying to continue to lift weights and then shaving the actual weights on the side. So when these weights start running down and start shaving down, and it starts missing layers of iron, I don't want to be missing the layers of iron. So we have that adjustment with the 5.5s and just adding the sandbags and having this stuff accumulated for the extra weight. So we shouldn't be missing no real iron weight. So all of our weights stay, pretty much as is, as they are. We don't want to be weight shaving. So as soon as you start missing, 0.1, 0.2s on real iron weights, you can find a real imbalance. We don't have that problem. We catch it right as it happens and stop lifting. We show you where it's busted through here and here. So normally the strap breaks at the top. When we're building, we just come up and chop, pop, and it just snaps. But we got it at the bottom, and that's our high and low effect. So we have our up and down, high and low, we front, back, side to side with it. So when we're doing this through our archaeological excavation, and we're showing you how this actually works, it's a very good stimulus in getting through the minutia of things.
What I mean by that is it can be hard to understand why this is considered archaeological excavation. Because we have sand and dirt and basically strands of old torn up cloth. These are pretty much the sediments that make up Earth within its jurisdiction. Sand, iron, dirt, ore, all of it produces this stuff at some type of watering and seeding, and you grow all types of fibers and cottons and hemps and all that good stuff. The iron you find deeper into the earth, of course, where the earth core kind of heats up and it's a layer of the actual earth, and you get to deal with it systematically throughout sciences, learning about the environmental planes of existence, as far as what's underneath the dirt after you get through the dirt, and then you find clay, or you find different extracts of sand and dirt before you actually hit iron, which is called iron ore in the actual planet. So we have all of these elements working together. In a archaeological excavation, you'll find that these actually have its most prominence while we're lifting weights. So while I'm tossing it up, you would never expect all of this coming up out of earth. And if you follow some of my most prominent Totally Tubulars the Mike Henry show, as we're doing the lecture, we're always doing something. We're singing, we're talking, we're keeping the cardiovascular going. And what you'll learn is that as you continually to go through the growing process of getting accustomed to this, it's kind of how Earth works. I mean, it rains, the sun comes out, the seed is planted, it grows. We have the chance to take you through some of the more simplistic basics of like hydroponics, just being, sweat-driven, work-out, healthy, full completeness. All of this is inside of the bag and none of it ever gets out. So when we take it out, it's the full excavation of the archaeological discovery and dig. So this means if you can't dig it, then you just can't dig it. It's not for you. This is how we move. This is how we operate. This is how we get down. So this is MRH off MRH Gifting Services. This is written, author, owned, arranged by Michael R. Henry. So to those that are in disagreement and they don't have the ability to comprehend and be a part of my services or be a part of me or my company or my affiliates in which I deal with, that's fine. There are privacy and confidentiality italics that fall under those categories, of course. So when that happens, it's not that you're left out. It's not a systematic device that separates you from me, from you, from being a part of an archaeological excavation of long distance, heavy bag, weight training, marathon moving, grit, grind, getting down to it. And it's just unbelievable and it's impossible to do. So we want to show you those aspects. There are the disagreeables. The disagreeables. What happens when the strap breaks and I can't lift weights no more? If I want to keep on going. What happens when the bag breaks at the bottom, in two places, but the straps are still ready to go and I still want to lift weights. I can still lift weights, but I would be shaving actual iron off the weights because it'd be rubbing on the actual tarmac. The tarmac would be hitting the concrete and I'd be losing iron, I'd be losing weight, I'd be losing momentum. So we take you through the disagreeables so you understand the context. They call that trial and error, or they call that the yin and yang, or they call that miss and hit. So when you go through those processes and you can't agree and you need to find some stability, this is where we don't agree. Bag's torn up, I can't go no more, I don't want to be shaving weights being 0.002 off. So if someone disagrees and they can't comprehend this complex situation of an archaeological excavation, that would be considered an example of disagreement. So I disagree there, but I want to keep my weights intact. I want to make sure that I ain't losing too much of my weight imbalance throughout Earth that makes this an actual archaeological excavation. So when I do that, that actually complements or it arranges or it puts into motion the actual physics of that's exactly what this stuff is made up of Earth. So when it's excavated at my expense. It's excavated at my integrity. It's excavated at my expertise. Who's doing long distance heavy bag weightlifting, weights in dirt? Case in point. So, as the originator and inventor of this lift and the archaeological excavation, we'd like to thank you for viewing today. I'm MRH of MRH Gifting Services. We live in the set getting done. You know how we do. That's just how we get down. Totally Tubulars, the Mike Henry Show. We gonna hit y'all. Hold on. We got the Lysol right here, the disinfectant spray. We gonna hit y'all with the Lysol disinfectant spray and then be out. Gone, 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 gone.